state capitol rotunda, Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell is asking the tough questions. This is Capitol Connection.
Welcome to Capitol Connection. I'm Mark Maxwell reporting from the Illinois State House on this Sunday, December 27th, the final Sunday in our calendar year of 2020. And what a year it has been. This year, like every year, the last week of the year, we like to look back and reminisce and remember the top 10 political headlines of 2020.
We need to check the governor's authority. That's what we're elected to do.
Coming in at number 10, Senate Republicans quietly dismiss Bill Brady and elect a new leader.
In order to be able to make a difference here in Springfield, you need numbers.
Senator Dan McConkey takes the reins of Republicans in the superminority with an eye on growing their ranks. And at number 9, a win for Republicans at the ballot box. Voters opt against retaining Justice Thomas Kilbride on the Illinois Supreme Court for another decade, opening the door for Republicans to win a seat and potentially increase their leverage over political maps that will shape voting districts for the next decade. And coming in at number 8, in January, the Senate elects a new president.
Senator Don Harmon, having received the constitutionally required number of votes, is hereby declared elected President of the Senate.
I, Don Harmon,
do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear.
Democrat Don Harmon takes over the chamber right before the State House is sidelined. And that is number 7, the legislature opting to cancel much of the spring session due to the coronavirus, meeting only for 4 days at the end of May and never again for the rest of the year. The last time the Senate elected a new president, he oversaw the impeachment of Rod Blagojevich. This year, President Trump allowed the release of the imprisoned former governor.
I did commute his sentence.
The commutation of the corrupt public official A's prison sentence ranking at number 6 this year.
We want to express our most profound and everlasting gratitude to President Trump. How do you properly thank someone who's given you back the freedom that was stolen from you?
And at number 5, a new public official A named in charging documents.
Public official A controlled what measures were called for a vote in the Illinois House of Representatives.
As the feds bring criminal charges against 4 of Speaker Michael Madigan's allies. Former ComEd lobbyists and executives Mike McLean, John Hooker, Jay Doherty, and Anne Pramajor all plead not guilty to an 8-year-long corruption scheme. At number 4, a summer of protest and social unrest after the police killings of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor. A mix of peaceful protests, violent riots, and looting sparking national debate over race, history, and the role of police in modern America. And number 3,
the millionaires and billionaires opposed it to protect their own wallets, deceiving the public about its purpose, and they ended up prevailing.
Voters roundly reject Governor Pritzker's biggest campaign proposal. The graduated income tax fails, leaving Pritzker with an array of tough choices. He'll have to raise taxes, slash state spending, and risk angering key constituencies right before asking for their vote in a race to re-election. And at number 2, ComEd's confession, the largest power company in the state, admitting to attempts to bribe Speaker Madigan.
ComEd admitted that it arranged for jobs and vendor subcontracts for public officials A's political allies and workers, and that those people performed little to no work that they were purportedly hired to perform. ComEd also acknowledged that he made these payments to these political associates and workers in order to influence and reward public official A's efforts to assist ComEd with legislation.
And the top political headline in Illinois in 2020.
All our residents will be subject to a stay-at-home order. All non-essential businesses must stop operating. I am choosing between saving people's lives and saving people's livelihoods.
The story that set off a spiral of cascading consequences and would reshape the trajectory of a year in crisis.
When we come back, the Chicago Tribune's veteran political reporter Rick Pearson helps us look back and analyze all of what we just saw and witnessed in 2020. Rick Pearson's next.